With over 33 years in the mobile bartending and service industry, he is the guy who brings the party and the joy wherever he goes.
She's a seasoned event planner and producer with more than 20 years of experience in sports, corporate, nonprofit, and private events, and she's here to keep things running smoothly.
Together, we are hot mics, cold drinks, and untold disasters of the wild, hilarious, and unforgettable moments in the world of events. This is the EventTalk Podcast with Dave and Rachel. Hi, everybody. So good to have you here with us. It is officially the first episode of the EventTalk Podcast. My name is Rachel. This is Dave over here. He comes with the bunny for this entertainment that we're going to be in store for. But we're so excited to be here. We have a ton of event experience, probably over 50 years between the both of us, which
Absolutely.
I know neither one of us look young enough for that.
Right?
Old enough? Young enough?
I'm old
enough?
So.
Anyways, but yes, we're excited to be here today. So we wanted to just do this first one, kind of introduce who we are, talk about some fun things that we're going to do with the podcast coming up over the next few episodes, and a highlight that we're always going to do during the EventTalk Podcast is highlight a mocktail, because Dave is in the bartending service, Pour Masters, and so his amazing team has created all these great cocktails that you're going to see, that you're going to see throughout our time, that our guests are going to be choosing what they're drinking. And then you can probably see we have some alcohol back here just in case they wanted.
In case they want to add
They want
to
a little spike.
Right.
Sometimes these are recorded in the morning, sometimes the afternoon, but who cares?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Exactly.
Isn't that what they talk about? Well, here.
Cheers.
Cheers. This one's a organic mango.
Ooh.
And it has pineapple juice,
We even have
organic
mango.
lime juice, and what did she put? Spicy simple syrup. So we do have a mocktail bar now. So for all the guests that don't drink
That's
alcohol,
got a kick.
there's no alcohol in it.
No, the spice. I just didn't expect the spicy simple syrup. I thought it was going to be fruity and mango-y. No, it was really yummy.
That is good.
I just did not expect the spicy. I don't know what the spicy
Yeah,
is.
mocktails are really big now, so that's a big deal.
Yes.
That's a big deal, especially
sure.
bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs. They want to pretend that they're adults because at 13 you become an adult. So
It's true, but it's also safe for driving, safe
It
for
is.
anybody, and something we'll get to one day in the Event Talk podcast is the liquor licenses that get behind hosting events and
Special
a lot of people,
events.
Yes, special events. A lot of people just don't think, oh, I can just have a party and sell tickets and we can have alcohol. No.
That's not how it
the way.
works.
Arizona
That's
Liquor Board is going to get very angry at
They
you.
do get angry. Yeah, well, what was funny is my daughter just got married, and she doesn't drink, which is sort of ironic.
Oh, nice.
Right? So we had a spicy watermelon mocktail. And
Did she choose it?
She
Or-
did.
okay.
She did. And she had a lemonade lavender. Everybody liked it so much, they started adding tequila.
Yeah,
So
that would be me.
It went really well.
I would do the Tito's vodka probably 99% of the time. Yep. Add that
and
little
the spicy
kick.
watermelon. And Steph, my sales rep, I guess she had to squeeze like 50 watermelons.
How do you squeeze a watermelon? You can't do you put them in a machine thing?
I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the orange.
She sent me a picture of her with a shopping cart
full of
filled
watermelons.
with watermelon. So that's all I got from her.
All I can picture is like half a watermelon and squeezing it. And I'm like,
Isn't
that's
that
not
funny?
going to work.
So yeah, it's sort of interesting. But she makes all simple syrup now, and
Nice.
we've been talking about maybe selling it. So we
I
never
love
know.
it.
Yeah, she makes all sorts of cool stuff.
I mean, mocktails are definitely the healthiest way to go. Safest for driving, which
Right.
we always say,
Well, we
don't
don't
get
drive.
behind a wheel.
we
if
have
you
a
any
saying:
drinks.
one sip,
One
and you
sip.
take Uber.
There you go.
So not even a cocktail, one sip.
Or Lyft.
It's a family rule, and it's funny. We always have lived by it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Uber and Lyft are the greatest inventions ever
And
for
now
our
we have
industry.
Waymo. Would you do a Waymo?
I don't do Waymo. I need to have some control, and talking to the driver is my control.
Well, you can talk to the driver in the Waymo. It's just a machine
No.
that talks back to you.
I can't do
But there's
it. I
somebody on
can't-
the other end.
Okay, you're independent. So if someone else drives you, how do you feel?
I love it because I drove all
Really?
the time. Oh my God. I was the sober one in college. Did not drink at all in college. I was the driver of
Everything?
like half the basketball team at U of A. And I had 7'1" guy sitting next to me and like 3 6'5", 6, 7, 8 year size people in the back, and I was driving everybody. So whenever somebody drives me now, I love it because it's just nice to.
No, but you know me in Uber. By the time we're done, that driver's coming to our parties.
You made the best friend.
Oh yeah, we are buds. I know about his entire family. His kids are going to party with him.
Oh my
It's hilarious. We've had two come to our parties. One was a nonprofit. He didn't understand how he was to run it. So that was a great meeting, right?
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
he took us home, and he came back the next day, and we explained how the laws work. We
Yep.
explained what he needed to do, and we haven't seen him since, but hopefully we gave him good advice.
Yeah. Hey, one thing I learned in the event space a long time ago, trust the people that you work with. You hire them for a reason. I am never going to claim I know everything about a liquor anything. I would call somebody I trust, somebody I know is reputable in the industry, and basically say, hey, bring me the alcohol. You figure out all that stuff and let me know what I need to do. And that has made me pretty successful. You do have to trust people. We, have that interior gut feeling on people sometimes. So
Definitely having a gut, especially in our industry.
Yes.
It's always there's somebody new every day.
Yeah.
And they think they know what they're doing. Right?
true.
We had a competitor guy, this was 30 years ago, and they were doing something for the Phoenix Business Journal or something.
Yeah.
And he was selling drinks, and the
Like
client,
alcoholic drinks?
Yeah, and the client called and goes, "Is this legal?" And I go, "No, not at all." And she says, "But he says he's only selling the cup. He's not selling the alcohol in it."
Yep.
And I'm like, and you fell for that. Yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah. I was doing an event once where they were selling from like a market area, and they had to have these machines that the host of the group would see how much money is tracked, and then they would have to pay out a certain amount. But this company basically said, okay, well, it's only $5 for this product, and you're tipping me $20. So I get to keep all the tip money, but I only have to pay the $5 to the company.
They were ripping you off.
100%. 100%. Thought they were sliding it through, and guess what? They got kicked out.
Welcome to our industry.
I know. Well, speaking of that, obviously we're here to talk about hot mics, cold drinks, and untold disasters. So I know I have a few of those untold disasters, and I've learned how to drink alcohol since graduating college. I know, weird. And I was in a sorority, which is
There's a
even
right
crazier.
way to drink.
There is, 100%. And then mocktails, I am so excited to learn all these different amazing mocktails,
We're gonna have
fresh
so many.
fruits and syrups, and kind of on the healthier side. They're still expensive, but they're probably a little bit better for you.
It's all fresh. There's
it
nothing. There's nothing in these that are store bought. Is that what you say? I mean, everything
Yeah.
is squeezed or made.
Squeezed or made
Right.
watermelon squeezing.
Right.
I still have to ask
We
her
still have
on
to figure that one out, right?
Do not understand how to squeeze a
I
watermelon.
mean, she does work out. Maybe she just it just did it with her hands.
Right? Exactly.
That's too funny.
But yeah, no. So what out of all of the, let's give it a year, like the last year in kind of your event world, an untold disaster in the event space.
disaster?
Yes. Disaster, funny, memorable. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's something that happened.
We do like 100 events a month.
I know. Well, that's why I said I gave you a year. I didn't give you your
but I'm
career.
I can think of like way back like 30 years.
You can't think the last year.
No.
No.
No, that's like too early. You go. Let me think why you say that, because I don't really know what's going on.
Did I put you on the spot?
You did put me on the spot.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I mean, ours is alcohol, right? So it's not very good. But no, we've had brides dance on tables, fall off. We've had mothers get too drunk and say things they probably shouldn't say.
Yep.
We've had, all sorts of behind the scenes. But again, that's what we do, right?
True.
And so we just talked about, saving the day, right?
Unknowingly.
Right. Well, I'll tell you a sad story. You want a sad story? This is one of the first
We're
times.
starting off the EventTalk podcast with
It
a
was
sad
sad.
story. That's our first story we're saying is a sad story.
It's a sad story instead
Does
of
it
a
turn
funny
into
story?
funny?
Well, some people might find it funny, but I bartended my first wedding. Did I tell you this?
I don't think so.
And I set up with the caterer, and the bride and groom show up, the bridal party.
Tell me this one.
And no one else showed up. Not one person showed
say that
up
it's
to
sad
the
and I
wedding.
laugh.
And I sat with the caterer in the kitchen, and we just sat there trying to figure out what happened. Now, there were no phones back then. There was no internet, right? So did they
Invitations.
give everybody the wrong address? Did they just shouldn't be getting married? So that's not funny.
Yeah.
It was sad, but
But it's sad that
that's
it's funny and happened.
That was a weird one.
It's like you're like 5 or 12 years old in middle school. Not 5 in middle school. 12 years old in middle school, and you have your birthday party and nobody comes
shows.
to it.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's sad.
I know.
I would pay someone to come to it.
Pay somebody.
Well, you do think of something funny. What? I mean, I probably should bring in some bartenders, because I haven't been out there as
Well,
much
that's a
as
good
they
idea.
have. Maybe we'll bring in one of our bartenders to tell a funny story.
I was helping out at one of your events, and I don't think think I told you this one.
great.
It was a Cinco de Mayo festival of sorts, and nobody came to the bar. We had like 3 or 4 bartenders, and nobody came.
Well,
I think
we're sending one next
we
year.
made $12 in tips that night.
Woo.
$12.
Don't say that. You have to pay taxes on it. Oh, wait, no, you don't have to pay taxes on tips anymore.
Dang it. Oh, yeah, cash tips. And this was cash. So $12. But the whole entire time, so it was started off in the afternoon, and the guy planner, whoever was doing it, is like, oh, you have the Mister system right across from you. Is that okay? And I was like, yeah, fine, whatever, because I was the one like right in front of it. Literally 6 hours of a Mister just blowing in your face, trying to get, napkins out or whatever.
Is that why you have such good skin?
Not from that Mister with Arizona water.
Is that what it is? No. Arizona mist water.
But I will say the funniest part of this event, and it was like warm, and they had, all these amazing performers, and the stage was right near us. I was super worried it was be super loud. The most entertaining part of the whole entire event were the kids running in front of the Mister, and like people walking by. Some of the girls were like, "Oh no, I got to protect my hair." The teenage girls on dates. I got to protect my hair.
No.
And then you'd see these kids literally running back and forth, and they got these fire truck hats from one of the vendors down the way, and they'd put it on, and then they, pretend to walk by, and fire truck hat would blow off, and they'd go running after it. But they did this like 25 times. So I'm like, yeah, this is not a surprise that the fire truck hat is going to blow off your head.
Kids can make all day long.
So the $12 tip event kept me entertained with the kids running in front of the Mister.
I still paid you? What the heck? That's not fair.
But yes, the Mister Entertainment. So if you ever need something to entertain kids, just get one of those huge Mister fan. Yep, inside the fan. So you have the Mister, but definitely don't put a bartender across from it, because that was not fun.
That's a disaster.
6 hours in.
That's interesting, because it was a festival and it was Cinco de Mayo, but there wasn't many drinkers.
No.
So that's an
and we
interesting
had beer,
concept.
we had margaritas, we had soda, water. Yeah. The margarita did not go over very well. I don't remember what one it was. I think people are just scared with a canned margarita. Like, you want a margarita with ice and it's just they don't want.
But it's still
beer.
got alcohol in it.
It's so fake.
It's a fake margarita.
I know.
It needs one of these.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, even if it's in a cup, you feel like it's more flavorful and
well, you
healthy.
can always say, "God, I'll tip you more if you pour deeper."
We did have plastic cups, so that's what I should have just done with the margaritas. Pour it into the plastic cup and give them a lime on top, and here's your margarita.
I should have gave you a bottle with just water and said it was tequila.
There you go.
I'm kidding.
No, there was no hard alcohol at that event. It was all canned, bottled and canned.
That's too funny.
But yes, the Mister part with the little kids was quite entertaining. I wouldn't say disastrous, but for me, it was a disaster standing in front of that thing for 6 hours.
Yeah. Now we don't have many. I mean, there's times where there's not enough ice. Like it's when we don't bring the product, and the mom or whoever's providing the bar brings 40 pounds of ice. Right, and you're like, you have 150 people. We still need to ice down the product, right? And so again, what they taught me, being the old man, is you just call, not Poshmark or what's it called? DoorDash or whatever, and they bring it to you.
There you go.
And so my sales rep is really good at that. If someone says, oh, they didn't have, it's there within 10, 15 minutes.
That is, if only you have cell phone service. I have done many events out in the middle of the desert where...
The Jeep tours?
No, this was a company that did beautiful, phenomenal events out in the middle of nowhere, but part of our email chains at the end of every event were things we could do better. Right. And in this particular one, if we forgot something, we forgot something. Like you can't drive an hour out of the desert to go to a grocery store. You can't call anybody to bring it in. It's just, it is what it is. But it was how to kill a rattlesnake. And I'm like, no.
A shovel.
That is not part of my job description in an event planning world.
Aren't you planning?
Yeah, but I don't
take care
plan
of that kind of
to
stuff?
Kill rattlesnakes.
What about scorpions?
No.
What about tarantulas?
No.
Tarantulas
I leave
jump.
those up to other people.
They can jump at you.
Tarantulas don't scare me as much as scorpions and rattlesnakes.
Really?
Yeah. Tarantulas are just big black spiders.
But they jump at you.
Yeah. I mean, believe me, I will still be like, what the heck is that?
Jump at you.
But we had 2 rattlesnakes. I don't know if it was, I should say 3, because one, I know there were for sure 2. One came into the table that the bride and groom and all the guests were sitting, and then people started to freak out. So luckily we had a firefighter or a reserved person on staff as a bartender that night. Didn't know you at the time, and scooped it up. Brought it with a whatever box and a tub, and then put it into the desert. And trying to be nice, and
it came back.
It came back. Came back. And they, at that point, and then we had another one right by the kitchen. And I have a picture of literally the rattle, and the snake is all quivered up right in front of the kitchen wood area. And by the time, that one I think we moved as well, but the one that came back to the table, because it was interfering with the guests, they literally just took the shovel and chopped its head off and then buried it in 2 different areas. Sorry, we're not killing animals, I promise. But like when it's affecting the people.
Well, a snake is an animal.
It is.
But it's a deadly animal that could hurt somebody.
And especially when we're, 45 minutes away from a street, like, sorry.
So now we have Starlink.
Yeah,
if you have no
Starlink,
internet,
yes, that is true. This was a cow. Beef. It just had a lot of cows on the property out in the middle of the desert. But
that's gotta be fun.
Well, as soon as they taught me like the right ways to kill a rattlesnake or dispose of a rattlesnake, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not.
Are you going to start a company? Do you have
nope,
rattlesnake
nope.
delivery?
I was also always the last person on site to turn off all generators, turn off bathrooms. And I'm like, what if my car doesn't start and my cell phone doesn't work out here and I get bit by that rattlesnake? Who's going to come save me? And I'm like, yeah, no, I can do for everybody else. I can do outdoor events, but when that's the end result of it, I'm just like, no, thanks.
Well, there's always going to be an untold disaster, right?
Oh, yes.
And that's the key.
And in Arizona, it usually involves snakes somehow.
Or
snakes
weather,
or scorpions.
Weather,
or
yes. Scorpions.
The haboobs.
Well, no, usually. It just depends.
It does.
It just depends. I mean, we did a party at a house that had a leather kitchen floor.
Leather kitchen floor. Okay.
Think about that.
Yes.
You walked on it was gooey.
Ew.
Right? It's leather.
It's like sticky.
And it wasn't sticky, but it's soft. Okay. And then you're just thinking, okay, this is too much money. Like you had too much money and didn't know what to do with it, so you put a leather kitchen floor in. And we're like, what happens if we get cranberry juice on it? What happens if, and they're like, it's sealed, know, and you're like, you guys are nuts.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, some of the cool
heels,
things.
Like I think of like girls and wearing heels.
Now it'd be cool with socks or shoes because, this is gooey, but it's like a leather floor.
I mean, I guess if you stood in front of the sink and did the dishes all day, it's nice to have a little cushion.
Who wants to do that?
Well, that's why you get the mats. But I'm like, I don't know why you'd have a leather kitchen floor.
The houses are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of neat to see some of the houses.
You do. I mean, in planning events, I see venues. Bartending at events, you see much more personal.
We see the private. Yeah, because we don't go anywhere where there's a liquor license.
Yeah.
So we go to the private homes. And some of the homes on Camelback Mountain and, a hot tub in the living room. Mm-hmm. It was very moist in that house.
Ew, I hate that word.
I know you do. Every girl hates moist. That's
the other one I'm not going to say, but there's another one that's just as worse.
But I mean, think about it. I mean, they had a hot tub in the living room. So you walk in the house, it's like, it's almost like you're in Michigan. Mm-hmm. You just never leave the house. Stuff like that. It's crazy. We had a guy that he built his house into the mountain because he was a rock climber. So he could rock climb in his house anytime he wanted to.
Like
so it was cool.
Yeah.
But when it rained, he couldn't seal it. So he had to have a draining system underneath. So when it rained into his house, right?
Hey,
and have you been to the Boulder House out in Cave Creek? That house is built in between 3 boulders. Yeah,
like,
we used to
right kind
there
of
all
ish.
the time.
No, I haven't. No, I did did I work the event? I don't know if I worked the event or just planned the event or maybe went to it to plan something for the client at one point. And he was a former NFL player, actually current. He's still current, but at that time he left the Valley. And the house is gorgeous. I mean, beautiful backyard. It had a lazy river in it, beautiful pillows. You literally could walk into the pool and sit and have meal but stay dry because it had the pool around you kind of thing. It was a beautiful place to do this event for this charity for this NFL football player. And then the guy who owned it's like, oh, yeah, do you guys want to go see the movie theater and the bowling alley and the gun range and all this kind of stuff? It was in Chandler, I believe.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then I leave that event and I hear that he made his money in porn.
Nice.
And I was like, I hope nobody else knows that because this poor NFL player who's trying to do good with his charity and it did focus on kids is at a porn. I don't think porn was reported at it, but that's where he made his money.
I think we were at that house. I got a call and I don't know the kids. I don't even know who this was, but he was an influencer.
Okay.
And he says he's coming into Chandler and they have a lazy river. Maybe it was the same house.
One.
I don't know.
It had a waterfall wall.
He came in. He sent 3 buses to ASU. He picked up all the sororities. brought him back to this house where he partied. They partied all night. We bartended it for.
Oh my God.
Afterwards, he brought them all back to ASU, and he flew back to LA.
Yep.
And I if I say his name, I don't even know, but all the kids know who he is.
I have been to one NBA players party, and they did not want cell phones.
Right. Oh yeah. That
had to stay back in our not cars. They had like lockers where we boarded the buses, but do not recommend that, people.
We've done a hat party.
Hat?
Yeah.
Just like cowboy hats or baseball
Any hat.
hats?
That's all they wore.
Oh, God. Did not expect that to be the side
That's all they
comment
hats.
of that.
I literally got a call from the bartender going, "This is a hat party," and I go, "That's what they told me." She goes, "No, that's all they're wearing." And
was it here in Arizona?
Yeah, and I go, "Do I need to send someone?" She goes, "No, I'm taking pictures." So we get these things all the time.
Oh my God.
It's so funny because, of course, they're not going to tell us. They might tell us now. This was years ago, but maybe now they're more open about it. But that was pretty funny. That was funny because I was like, "Okay, I'll send something." Like I'm thinking, I got to get you out of there, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm staying."
And she stayed on board with you as a bartender.
Oh, yeah.
Is she still a bartender with you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's for us. It's a great job. It's a great second job, and sooner or later they just move on. When the economy tanks, they come back.
Yeah. It's always any person who's super rich always says have side income, correct?
Yeah.
Like you can't just rely on one.
Yeah, you have one
so
stream.
I would say a lot of people in the event space, unless you're a main planner or main owner of a vendor, like a lot of people who work in the event space have other main jobs.
Right.
And so we have to kind of accommodate different schedules, arrival times. Speaking of that, I have to be late to one of your events tomorrow. But
what?
I know. It's only 5 minutes. It's okay. But I at least am notifying
the other
you
bartender,
ahead of time.
you'll tell him.
Oh, yes, I will text them after this. I need their number.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
5 minutes. And they have to pick up the ice.
Did you tell them that too?
No, I haven't talked to them. That's why I'm relaying this to you, so I remember to do it.
Well, they only need one bartender, but they want two.
Yeah.
So that's why.
No, that's all good.
That's why you're going.
But yes, exactly. But yeah, no, I mean, it's so fun seeing these different venues and different people. I mean, I don't know what I would have done if I was that bartender of the naked hat party.
What would you have done?
I probably would have just laughed. I wouldn't have taken pictures because I don't really want that in my memory. But I definitely would have been
I don't think
like,
she kept it for her memory.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
I maybe would get a lot of education on different types of body types that are out there.
That's the scary part. That's everyone thinks they're good looking, and not everybody. The beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
You better be beholding for everyone.
Oh, speaking of eye of beholder, something we are adding to the EventTalk podcast that Dave does not quite know yet. I have a surprise.
Oh.
So Dave tends to go off on tangents that are sometimes inappropriate, hat naked people.
You think that's inappropriate?
No, that's not. But you might go down a rabbit hole of something, or we have to
talk about things that shouldn't be talking about. Right.
And you get to choose. I was joking. I have buzzers for you.
Nice.
So we have 2 different buzzers. Let me see. Oh, yeah, they're not on. 2 different buzzers. See, I went with our kind of colors, blue and green.
All right.
But they make different sounds. So when you go off tangent, I'll just put one wherever I am, and then just go meh whenever you're.
What sounds?
I know. Let's see.
Okay, so is that I'm on tangent or I'm not on tangent?
You're not. These are always when you need to change.
Okay, so both of these means I'm not.
No, we'll choose one. We'll choose. Yes, both of these mean.
Do I get a prize if I don't go off tangent?
Yeah, you get a mocktail that you made.
Yeah, I'll put whiskey in it.
There you go. Okay, so that one's like spaceshipy, right?
Yeah, I guess. See,
you
just said shippy.
Shippy. No, I didn't say shippy.
Okay, so that's if I go off.
It's very loud. Either one of them, or if you go off tangent or go off. But I just letting you. I'm nice and letting you.
What if we have a guest? What are they gonna think?
That we're gonna. I mean, you gotta watch the podcast to know what it is. Okay. Oh, gotta turn it on. It's not on. Charge.
That was better. I'm always on time. My friends know that I never talk about anything.
Of course.
Unless it's politically correct.
So you get.
I like the charge one.
That one doesn't scare me as much.
To make me dance. I might jump up and dance.
And every time I do this, you're just going to have to say, end your conversation and go, charge. Okay, we're going blue. All
right.
Ta-da. So welcome to the ad of the EventTalk podcast. And I might just be
usually I get hit. Yeah, I like this way better.
And I might be adding fun new sounds, so it might just surprise you.
Are there sounds you can add to them?
I have to buy more boxes, but thank you, Amazon.
I'm surprised I don't have it like Bluetoothed.
I mean,
where you could change the sound.
So kind of part of what I do with like the Event Talk, because I have the Event Talk company and we're doing the Event Talk podcast, but I do tips of the week or tips and tricks of the trade. And I forgot where I was going with this.
This thing, the Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. That's what it was. Okay, so I did the Event Talk yesterday. So the Event Talk, and so we had like 20 people at an outdoor space, and cars were driving by, zoom, 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 you know, and it's like you can talk and 20 people can hear you in an outdoor patio, but cars make it hard. So I didn't want to spend enough money to get a sound system out there. They needed microphones. So what did I do? I bought a karaoke machine.
Oh, nice.
And I just put the karaoke speaker in the corner, and then we had 2 microphones. It actually worked perfect.
Did you return it afterwards?
No, but I bought one, and it didn't come in time. And so I had to go on and rush it that night.
And do another one.
And so now I got to return the first one I bought. But
isn't that funny? See, that's an untold story.
Exactly.
On how to make it happen.
But I was like, hey, karaoke machine. It wasn't the best. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for a big event. But when you have like 20, 30 people, and it's a pretty small space. Somebody almost sang.
Was there alcohol being served?
There was.
Yeah, see,
we had the wine fairy there.
Oh, nice.
I know. Have you ever met the wine fairy?
No.
Haley Wells, the wine fairy. I definitely want her at one of my events.
Is she like a sommelier?
Yes, but she's more fun. Sommeliers can be a little stuffy.
So she teaches wine.
She educates wine. She helps talk about wine. Something I learned was when you're doing wine pairings, never pair it necessarily with the meat. Because that's always what I thought. You have steak, you have chicken, you have salmon.
Right, I thought that's how they...
You pair it with the sauce. And I was like, excuse me, what? You pair
What if there's no sauce on the meat?
Well, that's a different story. But most people have sauce on meats.
Do they?
You're asking the wrong person. I don't
You don't eat meat.
So but, and then a lot of times we'll try to incorporate that wine into the sauce. So it's a little bit more full compass.
That's why I don't drink wine.
Flavorful.
It's too complicated.
But I was like, that's a very interesting trick.
That is a trick.
I know.
But I thought... yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just love the way they always say it has a little charcoal in it.
Charcoal, fruity, citrusy,
right. And I'm like,
smoky.
what are you drinking? we go to Napa. I'm designated driver.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally can't.
I love wine, but I will never tell you I am an expert at wine. I can say, yeah, this tastes good or this doesn't. And I am a dry. I'm a dry red versus a sweet white.
What about during the summer when it's hot?
Beer.
I know, I gave it to you.
Like I actually do like the lighter beers in the summer because if I'm sick of just drinking plain water all day long, sometimes at lunch I'll just pop open a beer if I'm staying at home and working on my computer.
Wow, look at you.
I know.
You're an
See,
adult.
I didn't drink it all in college, and now I don't drink a lot either.
No? Well, beer during the day is
I know.
not too bad.
Yeah,
we have Crown Royal on tap in the backyard.
Well, and don't you have at your office we
have Fireball. On tap at the office. But again, we were going to do Jägermeister, but everyone you say the word Jägermeister, and everyone has a story about dancing on a table or taking their pants off or kissing the wrong person.
Yeah.
So we went with Fireball.
I am not a Fireball person, but I was handed it and I didn't know what I was drinking when I was last at your office.
It's just a cinnamon.
But you have it super, super cold.
Ours is cold. Yeah, ours is frozen.
That is a huge part. So college kids, they get the little Fireball shots and just shoot them back.
Did it hurt your teeth?
No, I can't even. No, not your cold one.
Oh.
But no, in college, I'm like, that's my hard no for alcohol. Like everyone has their like hard nose or what they don't want. And mine was always Fireball or anything mixed with
very little alcohol. And I mean, let me say there's very little. There's less alcohol in Fireball than say whiskey or vodka and so forth. So,
but those taste a lot better.
Okay.
But Fireball, and then I wouldn't do anything with energy drinks, like mixing the high and the low with energy drinks.
Isn't that fun?
So, yeah.
Well, this will be a fun podcast then, because we got all sorts of people.
The Event Talk Podcast, everybody.
The Event Talk Podcast.
Yay.
This is going to be
see
fun.
what I did with my cricket?
What the fuck is a cricket? Nobody knows what a cricket is.
You don't know.
She keeps telling me she did this with her cricket.
My cricket.
I don't know what a cricket is.
A cricket.
When you point to a
sticker. Something, and you can put it on glassware. You can put it on.
I can put a cricket on a glassware.
You can put what the cricket makes.
Okay, so cricket is a
CRICUT cricket.
Are you sure it's cricket then?
It is.
Or is it circuit?
No, it's a cricket. It is for sure cricket. All the ladies in the event world, creativity guys even too. Cricut is this machine that laser cuts basically, not laser, but like cuts whatever image you want to.
So is it always a sticker? Or could it be...
or it can be ironed on things.
Okay, so like an iron on.
Yeah, so you have to have the heat press and all this kind of stuff. But yes, I use my Cricut.
So it's a CAD.
It's like it's a
baby CAD.
It's a sticker stencil. But people are super creative with it. And when you're in the event space, especially weddings, a lot of people use for like their place cards or Any
I use
invitations.
Canva. Oh, you're talking about the printer, though.
Yeah.
Everybody uses Canva.
Well, Canva to create it, but what's going to actually produce it?
My HP 850E printer.
Okay. But what if you run
not
out
a
of ink?
Cricut.
No, I'm kidding. But anyways.
And I go to the printing company.
True. But this is a way to make it a little cheaper and be able to do kind of more professional things.
But yet
with
you
the
tell me
Cricut.
it's falling off.
It's because of the clipboard. I got to get a new clipboard.
Well, this will be
It's
fun.
not the Cricut's fault, and it's not the Cricut's product's fault.
It's
the
just the
clipboard's
clipboard's fault.
We're going to have a lot of education in the Event Talk podcast.
Every time you tell me something, we do a shot that I don't know about.
Non-alcoholic shot, though. You want a real shot?
Yeah, we'll get driven in,
Oh,
and
so
then we'll Uber out.
So my thing's the button and your thing's a shot if I don't know what you're talking
Yeah, if I
about?
don't- yeah, you get a shot.
Uber, Lyft, Waymo,
That'll
please
be-
come pick us up.
That would be perfect. Well, this will be fun because, I mean, now that I know that you want better stories, I'll get drunk later and I'll write them down so I can tell them.
And we'll have them on the clipboard.
Right.
The Event
Well,
Talk
I think the
clipboard.
people that we're going to have
Oh
is
my
going to be
gosh.
very interesting because
I'm so
between your
excited.
list and mine already, there's going to be some stories that should be pretty fun.
They
Because again,
are.
everyone thinks that we do a great job, which we do, and they only see the front of the house, but they don't realize the crap that goes on behind the scenes.
Well, and they also don't realize the people that are involved in that. For example, I'll never forget the one you told me was, when you have sorry, not a hockey fan. I'm not a hockey fan. I just don't know it very well. The Zamboni guy who drives the Zamboni for the World Cup. Well, no, not World Cup soccer.
Stanley Cup?
Stanley Cup, that one. Okay, Stanley Cup. Like, let's get his perspective on like what it is like to be part of the Stanley Cup because
Right.
he's driving around the ice, seeing all these people, whatever they're doing. Or speaking of hockey, don't they have one where they throw like stuffed animals onto the ice and they collect
That's still
all of
hockey.
them? I know, but
throw rats now.
But they collect all of them and they give them to like a charity.
The hats. So if you have
Their
a hat trick,
Oh.
people throw their hats, and that
Somebody
goes
that
to
does
charities.
stuffed animals too.
Right. They do
But-
stuff. Well, in Detroit, they do the octopus. Oh. So you're not going to give those to charity.
Those are real octopus, right?
They are.
That's disgusting.
And so that's fun.
But I was like, let's get somebody like that.
I'd like to talk to the guy that picks up the horse shit at the racetrack. I think he's got some stories for us.
The Kentucky Derby kind of thing.
Right, like, because his job's important to pick up horse shit, right?
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, then the horse could slip and they could lose by 0.2.
Can get injured and
Right, so
horses
he
you
would
put
be
down
fun
when
to
they're
talk
injured.
to. And I wonder what kind of stories they have, right, in the back.
Yep, security at events. Oh my gosh, I have a guy that's done security for professional athletes, and I'm sure has. JD, I'm coming for you. Has amazing stories too. That he can't tell everything because obviously there is a NDA involved in probably a lot of
NDA
these
again?
things. But yes.
Yeah, that and the Emmys, or what
Oh,
happens
yeah.
behind the scenes that nobody knows, but it was taken care of because the professionals did their job and
Right.
made sure that nobody knew about it.
But then also talk about the untold disasters.
Right. Well, again, the untold,
Yeah.
there's always that table falling over, right? Or the waitress tripping.
Oh yeah. On to like the most
The wedding
celebrated person there or
Well,
something.
have you seen some of the videos where bride and groom are getting married like on a dock, and the dock just gives out and
yeah.
everyone goes flying in?
I was waiting for one that had the seal like popping up
Oh, that'd have been a good one.
during the wedding.
I just saw one where they said, "Does anybody here have what do you say? Like anything to say
Against?
And a cow came up and went like out
That's
of
good.
nowhere, and the bride turned around and went, "That's funny." The cow said, "No, I love you."
Yeah, no, you can't marry this person. I'm stepping in.
So
and
that's what we're
making-
going to look for,
my
and
gosh.
between your list and my list, and then anybody else that wants to play.
I do. Yeah. So if you guys have fun, untold disasters, this is your hot mics, cold drinks, and untold disasters of the Talk podcast that you can submit.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us
We'd
know.
love to talk to you.
Yeah.
Because again, we've been doing this a long time.
Yes.
And we can sit and talk about how great we are and how great everybody else is and
No.
what you do, but we want to talk about the shit that happens behind the scenes.
Yes.
That
And maybe
is-
learn a little bit along the
And
way.
then hit the
too.
button because I said the S word,
Charge.
which I'll probably swear
No,
a
it's
lot.
not when you cuss. It's not when you cuss. It's
Oh.
just when you're like, whoa, we need to go a different course.
Oh, when
here.
I go down that dark.
Yes. Hence the
Huh, I
naked
didn't realize
people
you were
hot
that
party.
conservative.
I'm not. It probably will never be pushed. But I was like, this sounds like fun, and I might just do
I'm
it
gonna
for
learn a
fun.
lot here.
Yes, but it should be really fun. I think we're going to have so many different types of people involved in the EventTalk Podcast. We're going to probably have funny stories along the way that we'll share on other podcasts.
And Zoom. I mean, we can Zoom some people in instead of having them in.
Yeah. You got some friends part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and used to be the curator. So he's got some. He was there for 14, 16. He'll tell us.
Yeah.
I won't let him know. I've known him since I was 13. We won't talk about what we did in his basement in the 70s, because that's a whole nother story there. For all of you old folks that grew up in the 70s.
Can we get a musician, like somebody who's like sings in front of people, like a concert?
We can talk to Eric, I bet.
Well, I know somebody.
Eric,
and he's from here. Huh? And he did an event of mine with like 8,000 people last year, but I'm sure he's got some funny, as a singer and in front of a concert.
It's behind the scenes and the stuff that nobody knows.
Like he falls off stage and nobody knew it, and then he had to get back on and perform another. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I'm just coming up with something. But that could be an untold disaster that nobody sees because it's behind the scenes.
I can imagine what goes on behind the scenes.
Yes.
As a kid, I ran the light at the Ice Capades.
Right. Like the spotlight thing?
Yeah. You remember where the guy would sweep it and it would get smaller and smaller, and then he'd put it. I was that guy. I was the light. I was that little light.
Oh my God.
And behind that curtain, total chaos.
Oh yeah.
But nobody knows. You're sitting out front watching the show. Behind it, it was total chaos. I was up on a scaffold, but
oh my gosh,
stoned off my ass at 16 years old. It was hilarious.
My mom used
scared I was gonna fall off. I was like 16 feet in the air. It wasn't good.
No, my mom used to be. Our family has a horse stable in Oregon, Wisconsin. At one point, it had more horses than people in the town, but. She used to hand the flowers to the winners of the people on the horses. The bouquet of flowers are the ones that go around the horses. She used to do that when she was like 8 years old.
Oh, wow. See?
So I don't know if she'd have great stories, but I'm sure she'd join us.
Can she remember at 8?
Yes. I mean, she told me, so she remembers something.
So, we're looking for all sorts. This will be fun.
It will be.
This will be a fun podcast.
Yes, and highlighting mocktails along the way, too. So.
Yeah. I think she's going to come up with about 10 of them that we'll let the guests choose.
Okay.
And that way they'll choose it, and then we'll all enjoy it. And then if we do this in the afternoon and I bring a ride, then I will add whiskey to it. Because
you're just a whiskey guy, right?
I am. And
you add whiskey to mocktails or to other drinks, or do you like it just straight?
I prefer it just with an ice cube.
Yeah.
But I only have about 214 bottles at the house.
Only.
Yeah, I know. I need more, right?
I'm like that. I have the carbonated, the LaCroix, the Clairbruns.
I gave you all that.
I know, the Bubblies.
The last party we did that.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say I had 200.
I took her to lunch, had a bartender go, I bought all this stuff, and I actually gave it to the bartender, and she goes, I love that stuff. So we didn't use it. Next time I went to lunch, I brought it to her.
My favorite. See if we can make, it's not really a mocktail then, but there's something with carbonated water, fruit-infused watermelon
If there's no
squeeze.
alcohol in it, it's called a mocktail.
True. Yes.
So this will be fun. So with your guests and mine and everyone else.
Who knows who we're going to bring on board.
I just want to hear the dirt. I want to hear the dirt. I don't care about names. I just want to hear like what happened and how you fixed it.
And tricks of the trade. I think that's something that's going to come out of this too, is learning about when something bad happens, like what do you do to overcome it? Or things that like were nice to have on hand.
Right.
Because
but
this
as a planner at a wedding, don't you have a sewing kit that you wouldn't think about? Don't you have staplers in case something happens?
We were talking about this the other day. Some people call it the oh shit kit.
Okay.
Or the party kit, depending on who you're talking to.
Because I would never think of that, but a planner would, because you probably, what if someone's girl's heels break? How do you fix that?
Exactly. Chalk is a good one for weddings.
Chalk?
Chalk. For the dress, in case there's something on the dress, the white dress, you just
put chalk, so you color it.
Yep, you do. And one I learned from a candle company here in the Valley is if you have, candles have been a huge thing on bars, whatever it might be, at events, just very large setups of candles. So long hair, right, blows and gets in flame. Hair. And so you don't want to go around from table to table going, blowing out every single candle. So you get a ball pump, one of the little handheld ball pumps.
And you just blow them out that way.
Pss, 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 and just, I was like, that's genius.
Is that what that one gentleman did at our party?
Maybe. Yes. Yes. At your party.
He had with all those candles.
Adam. Yep.
Yeah, Adam.
Adam. Yeah. That's who I learned it from. And I was like, that's a genius idea. So we are totally in.
He also works in the candle industry, so he knew.
I know.
There's your tricks of the trade.
Yeah, exactly. It's tricks of the trade. Things you learn and wouldn't expect. I don't have a bottle opener in my kit, which I was like, why do I not have a bottle opener?
I have a wine opener, a bottle opener. Yeah. I have a screwdriver in my briefcase.
I was like, is it in your back pocket?
No, it's literally, I carry, people are like, I need a wine opener.
Got it. Got it. Now you have coasters that got bottle openers on the back.
I do. We have coasters that have the beer bottle on the
back.
That's funny. I do have I think I have 100 of them in the car.
So fun stories, tips, tricks of the trade, learning, education. Right. But at the end of the day, we're just here to laugh and have fun and go down random tangents.
Just again, we understand what you do, but we want to hear the stories.
Yes.
Right. And I think everyone's going to be happy to hear them. Because, again, it's some of the shit that we've been through and seen. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, again, we've been to celebrities' homes. Oh, yeah. We've been to, the Super Bowl. I did the governor's party and hung out with all the owners and, watched the helicopters follow the bus as they're making it in. And, there's a whole process with some of this stuff.
But then we've also done events for foster children. We've done events for dogs.
You love dogs.
I do love dogs. I got my own dog. But, it doesn't always have to be the celebrities. Obviously, there's lots of everyday people that we do events for. And all of our guests, too, are, going to have their own kids. Yeah, you just mentioned, your daughter got married and you were involved in a huge part of that, especially using your connections with different people in the space.
I sit back on that. You let the planner, you're planner,
you get the right people involved.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is I was a little tipsy at the wedding.
Really?
Just a little.
I wouldn't.
And I went up to the planner. I said, "Everything going good?" And she literally looked at me and said, "Dave, everybody here has been working for 30 years or more. Yeah. It's fine. You brought in the OG of the industry."
Yes.
And I called in friends.
Yes. Well, and that's what we got, lots of friends in the industry in lots of different ways. So, but we're super excited. So everybody, you got to make sure that you tune in, check out, every couple week or so, what new podcasts we have coming up. Amazing talent of behind the scenes, front of the scene, in the event space in some way, and learn about some mocktails along the way.
Yeah, let's have some fun. It's untold disasters, and if you know anybody that you think has some good stories that's in our industry, let us know. We'd really appreciate it.
Definitely. You can just email info@theeventtalk.com, and we will get all of that collaborated and figured out and maybe reach out to you. So
I'm looking forward to hanging out with you.
Hey, thank you. Thanks to everybody for joining us for our very first ever podcast of the EventTalk Podcast. So we're super excited and have lots of fun stories to tell along the way.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for tuning into the EventTalk Podcast, hot mics, cold drinks, and untold disasters, where every event has a story. A big thank you to our guests for their laughs, stories, and lessons. If you loved this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your fellow event pros. Until next time.